Hi, I'm Stereotypical Bram Kraken Farmicate Termica son. She's here today, and she didn't even react to that. I was wanting to see what you were going to do, knowing you had to put all that on the screen.
I can spell anything.
She could spell anything. Except Flemner Canterison. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You don't have to stay tuned, but I have to stay tuned. Stay tuned, me. All right, good morning, everyone. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to not complain all day, but that's after we get done. And I'm going to complain a lot right now about Facebook, but you're going to want to stay tuned for that because it's freaking hilarious. But first off, there's a bunch of really obvious news that everyone's probably going to be like, you didn't mention this, you didn't mention that. So I'm going to mention it all right now and just keep moving. Tim Berners-Lee, he's the inventor of the World Wide Web, along with a couple other people. He came out and said, hey, we need a new web. Obvious news. If you guys read the article, there's not really much in there other than the fact that he says we need to decentralize the web because it's really become something that's controlled by corporations and governments and that sort of thing. But he hasn't really proposed any way to do it. You know, there's some really interesting options over on the blockchain, like Substratum, and there's several other projects. Maybe you guys could look at those. But if you have some interesting project that you think could be a new way to decentralize the web, let us know in the comments. Cambridge Analytica, you guys remember them from all that controversy? Well, they said that they were shutting down, even though they didn't do anything wrong, but they got so much negative press, they're going to shut down. Well, they actually just changed their name. That's really all that happened, because suddenly another company pops up and they hire the same CEO and the same people, and it's like, oh, the abbreviation for Cambridge Analytica is they just Cambridge Anal? Seriously? Seriously? This article just is like, the UK-based Cambridge Anal, the new name is, what is the name? Anal something, I'm pretty sure. I think it's Anal. Where the f*** did they put the name for this new thing? Emerdata Limited. Anal. All right, moving right along. Twitter stored some passwords in plain text. Everyone change your password. Fast news is almost over. And oh my God, Facebook harvested all your Instagram pictures that have hashtags so they can feed it to their artificial intelligence machine so they can learn. Of course they're going to harvest your shit. It's Facebook. Why is anybody surprised? All right, why does anybody who uses hashtags? Do we use hashtags? We get paid to use hashtags. If you guys ever see us using hashtags, we probably got paid to do it. Just that's what happens. A lot of times it'll be like, here's a big wad of sweaty money for you to post this thing on your thing. And if you post this thing on your thing, there better be this hashtag with like...
Hashtag Razor Computers.
Hashtag Razor. So Stephen Hawking, when he died, he left behind one more paper that sort of explains the universes. Not just the universe, the universes. So a long time ago, he came up with this theory that when the Big Bang happened, it created unlimited, just an infinite number of other universes. Now, the problem with that is that there was no real rule with the physics. Like, each universe could have just basically random physics. And this was really hard to explain because with this, there was no real reason for us to have the physics that we have. It all just seemed kind of random, and that didn't sit right with him. So before he died, he worked together with Hartle, and they came up with a new theory that says that throughout all of the multiple universes, they all share physics, and the physics are all the same. So that makes it way easier, I guess, to test for it. You can actually test the background radiation and the background microwaves and stuff like that were left over after the Big Bang. You can test and see now, could there possibly be other universes? We may not be able to travel between them, but sci-fi writers are going to have a lot of fun with it. Do you want laser eyeballs, anybody? Not yet. I don't have anything to go with it yet. So there's a team of scientists at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. So anyway, they've created these extremely, extremely tiny laser emitters that are like basically the size of stickers that are 1/5000th of a millimeter thick. They're so small that you can like put them on a contact lens, which is exactly what they did. Now, it's not the only application for these, but basically they react with some of the light around and they create lasers. So the guy that wrote the article, he's got I think a bad idea of what's going to happen with these because there's not a lot of implications of what the use case scenarios are going to be, but he said maybe we'll use it for like an ID system, like someone else couldn't steal your contacts. Oh, God. But I guess I'm going to tell you what's really going to happen with this stuff. Now, the problem is power right now. They need a way to power this. Well, there are some, biological circuits out there, and there's going to be more on the horizon. And once they mess around with stem cells just a little bit more, they're going to be able to drive enough power with these that all of the cops are going to have these. Now, they're going to be scanners. This thing's brushing the back of my... whatever that is. Guys, they're going to have... cops are all going to have laser eyes. Now, here's the thing. They're not going to be strong enough to, melt you or whatever, but a little laser, you may be able to see through walls. They'll be able to see right through glass. Beware, if you're sitting in your car, they'll be able to see right through the glass. Easy. What are you going to do? Can't hide now. The other thing that's interesting about that is they're going to have some information on there. And once you couple that with some of the new technology coming out later on in the year, the little readouts and that sort of thing, they'll be able to look at you, scan you with their laser, and then get a little readout of what you're up to. And they won't even have to wear a pair of fancy glasses. This thing is really bumping in the back of my head too much. That's all. I don't have any more tinfoil for this. Sorry. Eye lasers? Get them while they're hot. All right, this is a quick little mention. Don't be afraid of the military using self-driving vehicles. I know everyone's afraid of the military with the technology, but let me just frame this in a different way. A lot of the people who die, about half the deaths, are on short runs for deliveries, like delivering food, delivering supplies, and that sort of thing. A lot of the deaths happen there. So the self-driving technology will be used for that. Now, here is the benefit. The military industrial complex has a ton of money, and the research that they do is going to be way different than a lot of the research that the companies do that are trying to, make cars drive on roads that have GPS and that sort of thing. They're going to have to worry about inclement weather conditions. They're going to have to worry about strange terrain and that sort of thing. The technology that they produce from this will be really nice when used with a regular self-driving car. So you won't have to worry about tornadoes and stuff. It'll be able to navigate right through there, no problem. Not guaranteed. Oh, God. This is wonderful. All right, guys, let's talk about Facebook. So all the privacy concerns and everything, right? You guys know all that. Well, yeah, they've been in front of Congress, and they've been oh, we're so humble now, and oh, yeah, we were bad stewards of people's data. But we got the answer. We're going to start a dating website and ask for more of your data that we can sell. So here's, guys... Of course, everyone's outraged, right? The people who are reading these articles are outraged, but let's just step back and look at this from everybody else's point of view, right? So, the people who have left Facebook have probably already left. People who are appalled at the privacy and all that stuff have already left. But let's go all the way back to the beginning of Facebook. It started as an app at Harvard that allow you to say if someone was hot or not. Basically, they created hot or not. That's how they got started, right? So Zuckerberg started that. And then he realized that everyone was sharing all the data. And then you guys know the famous, I don't know why everybody gives me this data, dumb fucks. It's the same thing again. The people who are left are the dumb fucks. And they all know it. And they're like, these guys are idiots. They're going to keep giving us data. And what's a better way to get more data? Well, the one thing we don't know is what positions they like. We don't know that. The one thing we don't know is some of their dating preferences. The one thing we don't know is that. So they're going to take all that, create a new dating platform with a separate isolated chat app and everything. And your dating profile is going to be secret, so the people on regular Facebook won't see that you got your little dating profile on the side. But it's going to match you up with people based upon their really powerful algorithms. So this may sound like I'm selling it to you guys because it's going to be really easy for them, and it's going to be an easy sales pitch. They already know everything about you, and they already know everything about your potential partners who are on Facebook. So they're going to be able to match you up and be like, listen, you guys love to go to the same events. In fact, you guys have sat next to each other 4 times and never even knew it. Huh? So it's just a really easy sell for Facebook. And the people who are okay with giving Facebook all their data are going to jump on this so fast. And that's their audience. They know that they're going to lose some people. They know that some people are going to go away. But the value added from knowing this really deep stuff is going to be totally worth it for them to lose some of their audience. That's my opinion. All right, let's talk about games.
With this?
This is a game I want to show everyone because this is like the roots of PC RPG right here in a new game that one guy is making in his spare time. So I want to just sort of, hat off to him. It's sort of going for like the very deep story Betrayal at Krondor style game.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But with
Krondor-esque.
Krondor-esque, yes.
It's very Krondorian in nature.
And he's doing this in his spare time, and I can't believe, like...
Wow, it looks really good.
How nice it is. Yeah, it's
What's
old
it
school
called?
style graphics.
Romar?
That's what we're going to have to talk about.
Oh.
What is this game called? He's got his... Here's his Patreon. And guys, if you like those kind of games, this one looks really promising. Go say hi to him. Check out his Patreon. It's called Call of Sarnar.
Sarignar?
I think it's... Or Sarnar, maybe?
Sarinar?
I don't know. I think the G's silent. Give us a pronunciation. Whenever you're going to have like a fantasy name that's like that is a fantasy name, I need to know.
Sarignar? I think it's Sarignar.
I think it's either Sarnar or Sarnar.
Serenar.
What do you guys think? They're digitizing like real people, man. This is totally like the old 90s games.
Oh, nice. Okay. So... If you haven't heard about the latest Overwatch controversy, the newest one features teabagging. So recently at a professional event, one of the guys on the Philadelphia Fusion ended up teabagging one of the members of the Shanghai Dragons after he killed this character and stuff, which netted a bunch of boos and hisses.
Then he did the wave.
Yeah, and then he did the wave, which is essentially the same thing as teabagging and flipping them off, which... got a bunch of boos and hisses from the crowd and started making everybody mad because now they're wondering if, since teabagging is analogous to sexual assault because the actual practice of teabagging is a sexual assault on somebody, but they're saying like, should professional gamers hold themselves to higher standards and not show practices like this when they're playing and stuff like that, and is this appropriate to be doing, and is it considered
in-game sexual
assault?
Is this where we are in 2018?
It is.
Is this where we are? Mm-hmm. I mean, the world's going to shit everywhere. We got people dying all over the world for like corporate greed, and we're too busy arguing about teabagging.
Yeah, no, it's and then there's this whole part of the community that's like, oh, I guess Overwatch community just turned into a bunch of SJWs, like
So you got both sides.
Like,
of
yeah, everyone's just upset about it now because we have nothing better to be upset about, apparently.
All because the guy pressed control a couple times.
Yep. Crouch,
or was it C?
I think it's C.
Is it C?
I haven't played Overwatch in a long time.
I don't know. I wonder what Pistol thinks.
Yeah, I wonder what Pistol thinks about this too.
If you're going to liken teabagging to sexual harassment, then you might as well consider killing someone in a video game actual fucking murder. I think teabagging is very old and played out and just kind of cringy these days. Considering this controversy, I think everyone should start teabagging now just to protest and to show how stupid and ridiculous this is. Go ham, teabag everyone, do it.
So, True Mining Simulator.
I was about to close it.
Yeah, so if you want to come full circle of playing a game about mining on your computer, then you can play this. It's a silly game, apparently. It teaches you how to do it, but also like your catches on fire and stuff.
Yeah, they realized while they were making the game that it's really boring to mine, and so they were like, oh, well, let's say like you can like. If you're homeless, you can like sell your body for sex, and then you can mine and stuff like that. I don't know.
So basically, it's about the.
I don't want to talk about this. But
it's there if you want to.
Why?
There's whiskey in the fridge.
Hey! Now's your chance to be really mad about mining because you couldn't afford a graphics card. Your chance, right? The internet is yours. Go ahead. Hey, they're throwing PUBG cheaters in jail?
Yes.
These are the guys who make the cheats.
Yeah, they've now had 15 different people arrested, major suspects in a lot of different cases of making cheating software and actually establishing a marketplace and also making the transactions for these cheating softwares. And they've also fined them, $5.1 million US in damages, taking more steps towards getting rid of all the cheaters, including one of the programs that they found was one that actually allows people to get backdoors to information on your actual computer.
Yeah, like a little Trojan horse.
Yeah, So,
I mean, this is great news for me because I've never actually been killed in that game unless it's a cheater. Every single death has been a cheater.
or you were lagging, or
the rubber banding. Oh,
your mouse is running out of battery.
Yeah, even though it doesn't have a battery.
Yeah, or you sneezed. It's never actually your fault though.
I had potato chip grease on my fingers.
Yeah,
totally. The mouse was greasy.
So really, your actual personal destiny.
Probably the
responsible
best person at this game on the planet.
Probably easily. Yeah.
Well, this is somber. Totalbiscuit is retiring. Okay, this actually this makes me really sad. John, if you're watching, John Bain, all the best, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was freaking awesome. Sad it's over. Met him at NVIDIA event a couple years ago. Turned around and I didn't realize that he's up to here on me. I was like, "Whoa, hey, what's up, man?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, dude, how's it going?" And we joked around for a little bit. He was really nice. When someone's that cynical on the internet, you expect him to be that cynical in real life, but he was just really nice. So
Yeah.
I don't know. All the best. He says that his wife's going to be taking over the channel.
Yeah, he's still going to be doing his fully co-optional podcast.
I don't know. Maybe in the next few months, someone will release a miracle cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Hope. Got to have some.
While this is premiering to you on the Cinco de 6th, so
we're missing all the holidays for this, guys.
So while this is premiering to you on the 6th, we recorded all this on the 4th, which is May the 4th, which is why I'm wearing this Lando Calrissian shirt here. So just figure we should point this out, that Star Wars Episode 1 Racer is now available on GOG, which honestly may have been the only good thing to come out of Episode 1.
It really is.
To be real with you. So
what are you doing, real talk now?
Yeah, let me get real with you all. This was a really excellent racing game, probably the second best racing game for N64, behind Mario Kart 64, obviously. But yeah, now it's available on your PC, and it's still just as fun as it was originally.
Simulated 600 miles an hour.
I liked playing the guy that had the pod fused. He's in the picture,
the one that
this guy right here, the red picture. Or no, there's one. I forget where he is. That's him. There he is. Yeah, where he has his pods are actually fused to the thing.
Front.
He doesn't have them with the tethers and everything. That's who I always like to
steers
play
a little
as.
tighter.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing here. Wait. I've got an announcement.
Okay.
PC gaming is dead.
Forever.
Yep. It's totally dead now.
Turn in your PCs, guys. It's over.
Yep.
Yep.
Everyone's just waiting to make that a headline all over the world. But right now, mobile gaming is now the king.
Yep. It is now representing 51% of the market.
Of the $70.3 billion market. The bigger market than the movie market.
The biggest area where this has been showing growth is in China, which China makes up, they said 28% of gamers worldwide or something
well,
like that.
You have to understand a lot of things about China. Number one, everyone is going crazy with the phones. There's a gazillion different phone manufacturers. They're less expensive over there. Of course, there's still a ton of iPhones floating around. But in China, consoles are not a thing. They just do not really have them. So it's PC gaming and mobile gaming. Yeah. And a lot of people that are playing games on mobile are also playing games on PC, but there's a lot of people who play games in PCs at the internet cafes, because there's space limitations to their house, number one. Number two, the expense of having a full-on computer. So they do a lot of their gaming on mobile. So it's a different market entirely, but it makes sense that mobile games would be taking off like that. The big problem I have with mobile is I just can't think of a game that I want to sit down and play that's not a pay-to-win or just everything's locked behind paywalls.
Or a port of a game that I played back in the day. I have Comic Zone on my computer or on my phone. Yay, Comic Zone, the game that came out for Sega. I'm reliving the nostalgia. I'm not actively playing it on my phone. You know what I mean?
But the other thing to note about this is that the gaming market is huge. So all the articles you're going to see on other places are being oh no, PC gaming's dying and everyone's going to be playing nothing but mobile. No, the entire market is growing. PC is growing, consoles growing, mobile is getting huge.
Yeah. So what they're saying, just remember this, that it's not that PCs are dying, it's just that mobile is growing faster. Yeah. It's not that PCs are dying out; they're not having any issue.
They're also reaching a lot of the audience who just doesn't have access to a PC or doesn't play on PC, a different age range, all sorts of different things. But
they're still projecting. Newzoo projects that there's still going to be a huge growth in the entire gaming industry by 2020 anyways. So
Yeah, 32 billion
yeah.
for PC gaming alone.
Good God.
So let us know. I'm kind of curious. What games do you guys play on mobile that do not have paywalls?
Yeah,
for
what should we
everything?
check out? Like,
I mean, I already played Pixel Dungeon. That's like my favorite.
yeah.
It's just an open source game, but
I played like Knights of Pen and Paper.
yeah.
That one was really fun, and like that whole series, that was fun. But they eventually put that out on like Switch and everything too. But I played that on my phone. I really like that series. But yeah, I'd rather pay like $3 up front for a game and then not have to pay anything if I'm going to play it on my phone. So
Yeah, I'll pay $5 for
Yeah.
a mobile game.
So
if
yeah.
it's really, really good.
let us know something that we should be checking out.
Yeah. And then we'll never get off the toilet again.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of that, go to our store.
Speaking of great places where everyone's happy, go to
Like
our
the
store.
toilet.
Yes, like the toilet.
Who's not happy? No one bothers you in there, right?
Most of the time.
Don't you just ever like sometimes just go in there and just sit, just to like you like not be bothered by other people?
Yeah, I've done that where you just like you go and just close the door and lock it, and then just look
Just,
at your
like,
phone. You're not
chill.
even using it. You're just like,
And if anybody
Like,
comes
it's
to
quiet.
the,
Oh,
someone
shit.
comes to the door and be like, "You okay? Dysentery." Just like buy all our shirts or I'll kill you. How about
all our
that?
playsets and toys.
They're amazing. And also mouse pads. We're gonna have to order some new ones. We've sold a lot this week, but these mouse pads, you guys don't even understand how top of the line they are. All right, we'll see you guys on the website and the internet and other places.
You want to go have a gaming sesh?
Word sesh is not allowed in this office, by the way.
Logan said it the other day.
I was like, "What's next sesh?" And then I was like, "Who made me say sesh? Who did this to me?"